All right, hello, welcome everyone. We're going to be looking at this Quizizz activity for classifying and adding and subtracting polynomials. This first one is looking at classifying by the number of terms. So we have our first term, our second term, and our third term. So this is a trinomial. Remember that terms are separated by addition and subtraction. So every time we see an addition or a subtraction sign, we're writing a new term. Classify this degree of polynomial. So our biggest exponent is a 2x cubed, and that has a degree of 3, which we will call cubic. So you're going to select cubic for number 2. Beautiful. We got 20 questions in total in this Quizizz. This is looking for the number of terms here. 5x is our first term. -1 is our second, so we have two terms, which we call a binomial. Beautiful. Classifying by degree, we're looking at our exponents. Our biggest exponent here is this 2, which is going to be a quadratic. Exponent of 2 is the biggest, so we're going to hit quadratic there. Beautiful. Classify by the number of terms. There is no addition or subtraction signs. There's only one term here. So this is a monomial. Beautiful. Classify by degree. So this is a 12x to the first power. So it's linear. Right here. First degree is a linear function. Give the correct name for the expression. Okay, so we have two terms, so it's definitely a binomial. And then our highest exponent is an x to the first power, so it's a linear binomial. Since our degree is 1 and we have 2 terms. Beautiful. -4x squared plus 3x minus 1. So this is asking about the leading coefficient. So if we're in standard form, which we are here, the leading coefficient is going to be the coefficient in front of our first term. So -4 is in front of our x squared. So that leading coefficient, the coefficient in the front, is -4. Identify the leading coefficient here. So we have an x to the 4th plus a 3x squared plus 6x minus 8. This is in standard form. So the leading coefficient in front of this x to the 4th is an imaginary 1. 1x to the 4th. So our leading coefficient here is 1. Beautiful. Question 10. Identify the constant. So we have x to the 4th plus 3x squared plus 6x minus 8. The constant is the number all on its own with no variable. And that is going to be this -8. There's no variable, there's no x value attached. Our constant is -8. Add the polynomials. So we have a -7v minus 2 plus 12 plus 2v. So -7v plus 2v is going to get us a -5v. And -2 plus 12 is a positive 10. So we have -5v plus 10. Combine those like terms. There we go. To subtract the polynomials here, we're going to write the first parenthesis as is. And then we want to distribute that subtraction sign. So we get a -4b minus 4b minus a -8 becomes plus 8. So we have 10 plus 8 gets us 18. And then b minus 4b is a -3b. So in standard form, we have -3b plus 18. Brilliant. Question 13, add the polynomials. So we have a -5x squared minus 4, and then we're adding a 7x squared minus a 21x. So as we combine our like terms, we have this negative 5x squared, and that can be combined with the positive 7x squared. Negative 5 plus 7x squared is a 2x squared. And then we have this negative 21x. And there's no other terms that have just an x, so we just write that as is. And then, of course, we also have this negative 4. Ooh, that looks like the same color. I don't want it to look the same. There we go. Negative 4, which is just our constant, so we put that at the end. So we have 2x squared minus 21x minus 4 as our answer for 13. Subtract the polynomials, so you can write the first one just as is, 10 minus 12a plus 11. Then you're subtracting a 12a, and you're subtracting a negative 15b, so it's plus 15b. Like terms, we're going to combine this negative 12a with another negative 12a, which gets us a negative 24a. Then we can see this 15b. That'll stay on its own. There's no other b terms. And then we have 10 plus 11, which is 21. So we have negative 24a plus 15b plus 21. Beautiful. Alrighty, adding these polynomials here, see what we can combine. Here's a negative 6. That can be combined with this positive 1, which is going to get us a negative 5. Then we have this negative 5a squared plus 5a squared. Those are going to cancel out to 0. And then we have 2a plus another 2a, which is 4a. So we have 4a minus 5. Beautiful. Okay, we have a negative 9 plus 3x, and then we're going to distribute that subtraction sign. So we get a negative 3x minus a negative 6 is a plus 6. 3x minus 3x cancel to 0. So we just have negative 9 plus 6, which is a negative 3. 4 more questions here. Y'all are rocking it. We have 8y plus 3 plus 4y squared. And then we're going to subtract a 3y squared, subtract a 5, and subtract a negative 2y, which is going to make it a plus 2y. Okay, first we have 4y squared minus 3y squared, which leaves us with just 1y squared. Then we have 8y plus 2y, which gets us 10y. And 3 minus 5 is a negative 2. So we have y squared plus 10y minus 2 right here. Perfect. 3 more left. 7 plus n squared minus 10. And then we're going to subtract a 9n and subtract a 12n. So the only squared term we have is just that 1n squared, so we got that. Negative 9n minus 12n is a negative 21n. And then we have 7 minus 10, which is a negative 3. So we have n squared minus 21n minus 3. Make sure to use your calculator when you're doing these operations, and the order is important. When we're working with negative numbers and addition and subtraction, you just want to make sure you're looking at how you're combining those terms, okay? Adding here, we have 7 minus 5m plus 10m minus 14. So we have 7 minus 14, which is going to get us a negative 7. And then we have a negative 5m plus 10m, which is going to be a positive 5m. So in standard form, we would have 5m minus 7. Beautiful. And grand finale, we have n minus 10 plus negative 9n plus 3. So combining our like terms, we have this 1n minus 9n, so that's going to get us a negative 8n. And negative 10 plus 3 is a negative 7. So we have negative 8n minus 7. Beautiful. So once you have this all finished, make sure to turn it into Schoology. And as always, reach out to me if you need anything. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, friends. Bye.